threw to him this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good. Him and Des Ritter, and they're rolling, man. They're off to a hot start in Atlanta.
I've seen a lot of news about them too, and apparently
Really? Building
Des Ritter's
chemistry?
going to be nice.
Wow.
Yeah, the head coach came out and made a comment, and they just don't usually say stuff like this, but like this guy is miles ahead of any rookie I've been around or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where he's just, the way he's picking it up, the way he sees it and understands it. I've been working with Des. I've been around him for 2 years now. The maturity, and I talk about this a lot, like when I'm evaluating a quarterback, high school, Elite 11, college, draft prep, NFL guy, my eye before anything physical goes to two things. It goes to confidence and maturity. And so put this in your perspective, Mo, right? Like, you've been around a lot of quarterbacks, right? A lot of terrible ones. You're around a great one right now. Maybe one of the best I've ever seen at that age. And Caleb, coming out of Elite 11, I think he might be the best I've seen. I've been a part of Elite 11 for 25 years. It comes down to confidence and maturity. So confidence is like really two parts of it. It's, is it reactionary confidence where it's like dependent on the environment? Like, everybody says I'm the man, I believe him. Everybody says I'm a bum, I wonder if they're right. And then, or is it self-generated confidence, which is like, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. This is what I believe about myself.
A dog.
Yeah.
Right? Dog is another way to do it, right? And then on the maturity side, it's not tucking in your shirt, being on time, saying yes, sir, having great manners. That's etiquette. Maturity is, can I put you in a brand new situation that you've never been in before, and you really don't even have any preparation for it, but you like always handle it correctly. You're poised, you make great decisions, you know what I mean? You're present. Confidence leads into that too, but like those two things. And so the first time I was around Des, he had stuff to work on like anybody does in college, but I was like 2 for 2, boom.
Yeah.
So I'm in. How can I help? And so, junior year went nuts. Senior year went how it went last year, which is awesome. Now he's got a chip on his shoulder because he's in the best spot possible in Atlanta. But he was taken in the 3rd round, right? If you think you're a first-round pick,
chip on your shoulder,
right?
Guy takes Cincinnati to a playoff game.
Yeah,
that's a healthy thing for him. And so and then you put him with a guy like Drake better than I do, probably.
Dog.
So
yeah, Drake's a guy.
And Pitts on each side.
I mean,
That's
their receiving core and Russell Gage, their receiving core is like the tallest receiving core in the league right now.
From a quarterback's perspective,
like
you can
6'5".
speak to that. I mean, you just throw it up. The catch rate
8
is
to 11 feet.
Yeah.
That's just sweet. That's a
stupid.
strike zone.
Red
right
zone's
there.
about to be insane.
Yeah.
Pretty stupid.
So how do you think that competition goes? Because I know Marcus got there. It's in,
They both run like 4.5 flat, 4.4. They're both very fast runners. Like,
if you look at the two of them, they're pretty similar, right? They're both like 6'3", 6'4". They're both slight. They're both really fast. Yeah. They're both super productive. They both won basically the majority of their games, right? I mean, Desmond's the 3rd winningest college quarterback in college football history.
Wow. I don't think he's lost a home game, right? Is that correct?
No, he was 26-0. And then I don't know what Marcus was, but I know he didn't lose very much.
Close to it.
Right?
Close to it.
And so they're pretty similar. Now, they're obviously at different stages in their journey, right? Des just became a pro 45 minutes ago. Marcus is on his 3rd team. He's been the 2nd pick in the draft. He won a Heisman. So not comparing what they did before, but the physical comps are pretty similar, more similar than a lot of other QB situations, right? Where you got a tall guy, you got a short guy, you got a fast guy, you got a slow guy, you got a big arm, you got a weak arm, right? So there's a lot of unique traits that are pretty common between those two guys. I don't have an opinion on how the competition's going to go. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. But what a great guy for Desmond to be in a room with, and they only have 2 on the roster right now. There's 32 teams in the NFL. There's 1 team that has 2 quarterbacks on a roster. They don't even have a 3rd guy right now.
Wow.
They want to get both these guys reps, and so because they're both new, and I'm not going to get into who throws it better, who does what better, but that's a good guy to learn from, because one of the things about Marcus is this dude's as humble as it gets, but came in 2nd pick, went to Tennessee, all that. You guys were in Vandy probably at that time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then went to Oakland and Vegas and got to sit behind Derek Carr, who's a massive personality, right? Fills up the room. He'd fill up this bus. And so to sit behind him, not be in the driver's seat, learn, watch, multiple coordinators, a little bit of Gruden, a little bit of who they got now or had last year. And then, so he's just like seasoned, right? He's got a lot. So for Desmond to enter into a situation where you don't have the pressure of being the 1st-round pick. I've worked with a lot of guys who have the pressure of having to play, whether like ready or not, here we come.
Yeah.
And so for Desmond to be able to enter into a situation as the backup, learn, like develop, but learn from a guy who's like kind of similar traits.
Yeah.
But Marcus's thing is work ethic, humility,